I'll never forget a South Dakotan who gave me two pieces of advice. He told me never to forget where I came from. And then we were sitting in his kitchen table, and he pointed to his grandkids, and he said, "Give them hope." And I really always remembered that, to try to see if I could figure out ways to give those kids hope and never forget where I came from. Well, I think probably three things that I'm proudest of. First of all, I really believe in inclusion. I don't think a leader in the political sphere can get very far unless he or she can be very inclusive, and I think that's very important. By inclusive, I mean taking into account differing points of view, making sure that every person in the caucus, in the organization that you lead, has an opportunity to be heard. So that, to me, was probably one of the most important things. I always also felt, and I guess it may be boastful to say it in some ways, I never thought that I was necessarily the smartest person in the room, but I always felt that I could outwork anybody in the room. And I think it really does take a lot of hard work in any walk of life, but certainly in politics and in public life. And then finally, I think probably the other factor was a sense of fairness. I really thought that everybody had an opportunity to make their case and to be willing to listen and try to be open-minded about things was really important as well. We talked about the disturbing polarization that was continuing. Bob Dole, Howard, George, and I thought that maybe there was space, there was an opportunity for a new organization dedicated to finding common ground, to taking on some of the bigger issues, and to try to see if we could encourage people to talk more and work at bipartisanship in a more meaningful way. That started in 2007, and it's really, in my view, been an even bigger success than we had hoped. We certainly haven't solved the problem of polarization in the country, but I do think that we've offered a venue for Republicans and Democrats and independents to come together and to come up with solutions that we think make a lot of sense. We have a long way to go, but it's got to start somewhere, and I think the BPC has been a good place.